Good evening. Zoning Board of Appeals for October 24th, 2019 is in session. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from July 25th, August 29th, and September 26th, all of 2019.
Make a motion to approve the minutes. Second.
Motion's been made,
Second,
seconded, all in favor?
I have an issue.
Yep.
I wasn't here for the August 29th minutes.
Dan can second that. Dan, you were here, right?
I was here, yeah.
Can you second that?
To close the August, or all three?
All
I'll second.
Do you have, is there a problem with the minutes or just that you weren't here?
I wasn't here, so I can't.
Okay, so motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. All right, we have an administrative item. Approval of the proposed 2020 meeting dates. Oh, here they are. Is everybody available for the last Thursday of their lives?
Yeah. Sure, I got nothing else better to do. I don't want to be here March 26th, though. That's my birthday.
If someone would like to make a motion to approve the dates for the 2020 meetings.
I make a motion to approve the proposed meeting dates for 2020.
Someone want to second it?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The dates are approved.
Birthday. One of them, your birthday.
I'm sure there'll be some we won't be able to make.
There's 5 of us now.
All right. First item on the agenda, please.
JPBRE Ventures LLC for a modification of existing variances which are recorded at Book 3015, page 195, and Book 3278, page 328, to allow 2 separate single-family dwellings on 1 lot where 3 dwellings now exist, as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 155 Pleasant Street, assessors map 47, lot 39, zoned residential.
Is anybody here for this one? Okay, we have a request to be continued to the November 21st meeting at 6:30. If somebody would like to make that motion, if we don't have a problem with it.
I'd like to make a motion to review the
Continue.
to continue the JPBRE Ventures LLC to our 11/21 meeting
At 6:30.
at 6:30.
Motion's been made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That one's continued.
Pamela Dooley for a variance from Section 4130, Appendix B of the Tewksbury zoning bylaws for front yard setbacks and a variance from Section 4142, accessory dimensional requirements to install a 24-foot round above-ground pool as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 1 Larry Drive, Assessors Map 45, Lot 24, zoned residential.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Name and address for the record, please.
Pamela Dooley, 1 Larry Drive, Tewksbury.
Thank you. As you can see tonight, Mr. Kutcher is not here, but we knew that was coming. So Mrs. Regal went and had a site walk this evening.
Okay.
Ray, you're on this one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Any changes since the last time we met?
We did install the majority of the privacy fence, and
Okay.
I have photos if you wanted to see them,
I would
but
like to see them. When I went, the fence was not there.
correct.
Sorry today. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we keep them?
Yes.
Thank you.
See the pictures of the fence? Okay.
Just as a refresher, you're looking for 4130, 4142.
You want to read it? I have it open.
Didn't we have a discussion on this last time? I'll open it. All right. Any questions from the board members now that we've had a site walk? Oh, yeah, okay. I was looking at.
I just figured that was more visual.
Two is the pre-existing non-conforming. Okay. Nothing from the board members?
Oh, see what the,
Thank you. All right. Being a public hearing, still an open public hearing, if there's anyone in the audience who'd still like to speak on this matter, if you could come up to the podium. At the podium, ma'am, please. If you could just state your name and address for the record, please.
Eleanor Casey, 100 Pine Street. I lived in that house for 47 years. I lived in the town of Tewksbury for 68 years. I graduated from Tewksbury High School. 2 years after I graduated, they changed the name of the school from Tewksbury High to Center School. And we was then continuing on to, up the street to the new high school. All four of my children graduated from Tewksbury High. I live in a neighborhood surrounded by 5 houses, of friendly, concerned, always ready to help friends, starting with the Grecos, the Reagans, and the Terrios. It has been one of the best parts of my time in Tewksbury. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Betsy Flake Greco, 99 Pine Street. I've lived in my house for 40 years, and I'm the most direct abutter to the pool. And as I said last time, my concerns are that it's about 40 feet from my bedroom, and I'm concerned that the noise from the people in the pool and the noise from the filter will, be a problem when I'm trying to sleep. I know Ms. Dooley put in a 6-foot fence, but the pool height and the decking that would be put on it would make the pool higher than the 6 feet. Plus, my bedroom is on the 2nd floor of a split-entry ranch, so I can see, it's not as if the privacy fence were in front of my window. I can still see into the property. I'm also concerned that when I go to sell my house, when prospective buyers come to the house and look out the bedroom window and see a pool, that's going to be a deterrent for those people who might buy my house. So it may concern the value of my house. So I would like to oppose the pool.
I have a question for you. Because we looked, I see how close your house is. Is there anything, do you understand it's a 4-foot pool? The deck wouldn't be any higher than the pool. So it would only be 4 foot total. I understand your concerns, I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. Because you stated that the pool would be higher than the fence.
Well, if it's I think the pool
4-foot
was,
pool.
what was it, 4.5 feet high, and then the decking has railing, and the railing was somewhere between 2 and 3 feet.
The railing would be higher than,
Right.
yes, okay.
Plus, I can see into the yard in any case.
You can see into the
from
yard.
bedroom.
Would the pump equipment being somewhere else help, or is it more of the visual?
That's more the noise.
So would the pump equipment being somewhere else help?
That's.
You can put that remotely.
Pardon?
You can put that remote.
Oh,
It's
that
not
would
the
help,
easiest thing to
that
do.
would help at nighttime, but, you know, if the pool can be used from 7 in the morning to 11 at night, that's a long time for noise.
That is a long time for noise.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay, I just wanted,
Thank you.
thank you. It's the podium, please. On tonight.
Hi, my name's Moira Gray, and I live on Babbage Road. I have a pool, and I have a pump. And the pump on the other side of, when you're on the other side of the pool, and it's going to be smaller. It's actually smaller than what Pam is wants to install. When you're on the other side of the pool, you cannot hear the pump. It's a quiet pump. Pumps are just quiet these days. So I can't imagine that, that the neighbor would be hearing a pump or even be bothered by it. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Anyone else?
My name is Dina Antilli. I live at 4 Larry Drive across from Pam. I would be able to see her pool as well, and I have no issue with it from my pool. My neighbor to my right also has a pool. I cannot hear his filter, nor can I really hear his noise when he's in his pool. I've gone out to my pool at all hours, and I've never had an issue with anybody in my neighborhood saying a word to me about it. I have no problem with her getting her pool at her pump.
Thank you. Please.
I'd just like to say that I hear the gentleman's pool, I hear the people playing in the pool, they all seem like they're having a fine time, but it's across the street and up the hill. Having it 40 feet from my bedroom or from my house would be a problem for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anything else you'd like to say?
I'm gonna utilize my land. I'm gonna enjoy my property regardless if I have a pool or not.
Right.
I am gonna be out on my patio. I'm probably gonna be listening to some music. I'm going to be playing with my son and entertaining my family and friends. That's gonna all create noise of some kind. I'm not gonna be obnoxious about it. I'm not gonna be loud about it. I'm not that type of person. The fact that my enjoyment of my life and my property it's gonna be an issue regardless of how I'm doing that, right? Regardless if I have a pool or if I'm just listening to music and playing cornhole. So I don't understand, I guess what the difference is. I understand that she's gonna see the pool, but if my property was differently configured and was of a conforming lot, and this was actually in my backyard, she would still have that same issue. It's a neighborhood. So you're gonna see it. I mean, you know, I see my neighbors' pools. They're out there enjoying their property in the summertime, and they should. They pay a lot of money to live in this town and to pay a mortgage on their house. So they should be able to enjoy their property, as should I.
Is there anywhere else in that yard we could put that pool?
There's literally no backyard, honestly, to put it.
At the patio? At the patio. Patio's way over there. How long is your patio from your house?
How long is the patio from the house? Honestly, it's attached to the garage. So I don't know how far it goes out.
27 feet.
27 feet.
27 feet? 27 feet from here, so it's half. Like right there. And the pool would be how far from the patio?
3.
3 feet.
Trying to keep it as tight as we can to the patio to keep it as conform.
That math doesn't add up. You said the patio is 27 feet?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Are you together, or is he a builder?
He's one of the contractors.
Come on up, sit down. Name and address for the record, if you would, please.
Tom Video live in Hudson, New
So you're saying there's 27 feet of patio from the garage to where the proposed pool would go?
Correct,
And it's 3 feet from the patio to the pool?
correct.
That adds up to 30 feet? Correct? The print you're showing me is 55.3 feet from your garage to the edge of the pool.
We taped it off, last I taped it was 27. I can go retake it, but I believe it's the outside edge of the pool. Is it, what's 70 feet, right?
It's a 24
Yeah,
foot
no,
round.
you're right. You're right, I'm wrong.
I'm not right, I'm just reading it.
Yep, the outside edge of the pool to the furthest edge of the pool was 70 feet. That was the furthest point. Correct. You're right. 27 is on the other way, so.
How big's the deck? How big's the patio?
Off the top of my head, it's been 4 months since I built that patio, and I've built 50 in between. But I can tell you that it is 70 feet from the edge of the outside edge of the pool to the garage.
What do you call on the outside edge? To the point of the property furthest away?
Yes,
Furthest to Pine Street.
yes, closest to mine.
Closest to pine, 70 feet.
The pool itself is 24.
So that adds up. The pool is definitely 3 feet away from the patio.
It can be closer. We were gonna try to scoot it as close as we can. We knew 70 feet was.
We're not talking 20 feet. We're talking 2 feet. Right? If you were to scoot that closer to the patio, we're talking a difference of a couple of feet, not 20 feet.
Right.
Well, the math you gave me originally, you could have pushed that thing 20 feet closer. That,
I drew out what you have in your hand, so that's what I taped off.
so that patio is more like 43 feet,
Okay?
give or take. If you're gonna have 3 feet in between. What I did was 70 feet,
Yeah.
minus the 24 feet gives you 46 feet.
Yeah.
You say it's 3 feet away, so that patio is more like 43 feet.
This planting bed's at the edge of the patio, and the patio's 3 feet less than that. But you're talking to the edge of the granite to where the pool is gonna be, there'll be about 3 feet, right?
We're not gonna gain 20 feet out of it.
No, I mean, if anything, I could gain 2.
Sure. And that's not gonna help anything. I'll be honest with you. I completely understand your neighbor's concern. I stood there, I looked at her bedroom window and went, that's close, that's close.
Yep, she can see my property. I can see hers as well, from my kitchen.
Right, but now you're putting a pool in there, and that's,
Yep.
and I'm just,
I don't want to invalidate her concerns at all. I get where she's coming from, however.
you all have, like you say, you should be able to use your property. She she should be able to use hers.
Correct.
What about putting it behind the house?
I'm sorry?
What about putting it behind the house?
There isn't enough room. By far, there isn't enough room. I think there's 15 feet from,
Yeah, there's probably 15 feet from the house to the property line.
I have 33 on your print. I have 33 from the far corner, furthest away from the garage.
What shed is?
there's a shed there.
That side of the property, yeah.
And 1, 2, 3 large trees.
I understand. I was there. I looked around.
Yeah.
Anything else, board members?
I don't have.
I don't have anything.
No questions? All right, anything else you'd like to say? Okay.
I don't think so.
If somebody would like to make a motion to close both parts of the hearing, if we're done, we can have a discussion.
I'd like to make a motion to close both parts of the hearing.
Okay, motion's been made.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Discussion?
It's challenging. I mean, I went over, I looked at the property, I can go close to backwards, but I'm looking at the, what do we asked to grant the variance to, and the variance is for not the back setbacks, but the front. So there really isn't any other place to put that pool based on the size and shape of the property. There are ways to mitigate the noise if it is loud for the pump. I have a pump, a pool.
Well, it wasn't so much the pump. I think the neighbor was more concerned about the visual, the noise of the pool. And it is too close to that.
But it conforms with the guidelines. On that side of the house.
15
it does.
feet unless the house is built before 1992,
When was this house built?
64.
No, we went through that.
The deeds, I believe the deed said 64.
I'm sorry.
When was the house built?
I want to say 68.
16.
I thought I asked that at the last meeting.
It was mid-60s. I want to say 68, 65 or 68.
I'm sorry, I got 64 from the date of the land plan.
But it meets that
68 still.
92 requirement.
Yeah.
So she's within that due to the zoning board requirements. So the variance was for the front, the setback from the front of the house, not the back.
the lot?
What's the lot size?
Is. $13,816 square feet.
Right, so it doesn't apply under that because it's 10,000 square foot or less.
Right, so it doesn't apply to the back. What the variance I thought was for was just,
Right, but we're discussing this right here. And you guys are saying because it was built
prior.
before 1992, but it's two. Lots of 10,000 square feet or less. It's 13,000 square foot lot. Right, if you read
Yeah.
4130,
Oh, you're right, 4131 sounds fine.
and then we got the 4132, because it's 15,000 square feet or less,
From the front,
maximum lot coverage of up to 20%.
right.
So we're looking for front setback. And then the accessory building being in the front yard.
Correct.
Which I think the 10.5 to the back is wrong. Not wrong.
But the only thing is,
I understand that, but,
okay.
I mean, we can read it.
No, I know, I read it, I see it.
So that back piece needs to be 15. Front needs to be 25, and it's in the front yard. Yeah. Any more discussion?
I don't have any.
We can put it to a vote if you want.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Pamela Dooley for a variance from section 4130 Appendix B on the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for front yard setbacks and a variance from section 4142 dimension requirements to install a 24-inch round pool above ground pool as shown on plans filed with the board. Said property is located at 1 Leary Drive, Assessors Map 45, Lot 24, zoned residential.
Motion's been made.
Second.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Okay. So that means it didn't pass.
It did not pass.
Did not pass.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for your time.
Next item on the agenda, please.
Kolika Chai for a variance from section 4130 Appendix B of Tewksbury zoning bylaw for front yard setback and frontage to construct a handicap ramp as shown on plans filed with this board. Said property is located at 1098 Main Street, Assessors Map 61, Lot 26, zoned residential. Zoned commercial.
Come on up, please. If you could just state your name and address for the record, please.
Excuse me. From 1098 Main Street, Tewksbury. My name is Sinard Hoisen. My wife, Kolika Chase, the owner of the property. And we would like to propose to get a handicap ramp installed in the front of the property.
This is a business, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Nails and Spa?
Yes.
Is that the name of the business?
That's the name is of the business gonna be Kim's Nail and Spa.
So it's not built yet? It's
Not
there
built yet. Yep. We tried to get a permit to renovate the place and open up the business, but the building commissioner requires us to have a handicap ramp access into the buildings.
So you want to open a business in a building that's not handicap accessible right now,
Correct.
and you need a variance to add a handicap ramp?
Correct, sir.
Gotcha.
The requirement for the front yard setback.
4130?
Yeah. Is it 40 feet?
Front yard setback is 40 feet. 45 feet. And then the front.
Where is the parking for this business?
The parking is available in the back of the buildings and the front of the building also. We have more than, I would say more than 20 parking space.
I'm trying to visualize this, because you gave us a picture of Crystal Market. That's not the building you're buying, right?
Okay, this is ours.
Okay,
So this is the whole plaza. Yep. We right next to the plaza.
here next to Crystal Market.
So this is there?
Correct.
It's divided by a fence. Do you have a fence on both sides of your property?
Yes, sir.
So how are you? I guess I don't understand how you're connected to that plaza.
We're not connected to the plaza. It's a separate lot.
So how do you get into your parking?
We have the entrance on both our sides of our property. We have left and right, then that's accessible. One was entrance and one was exit.
So either side of the building?
Either
And it's a
side.
one-way around the building?
Correct.
So you go in on the right, come out on the left?
Yes.
And you're putting the handicap ramp on the right-hand side?
The handicap ramp will be right in front of the building. It won't affect the entrance and exits of the building.
What's the address?
Okay, I guess I understand that.
Do you know what district this is, Rob?
Commercial,
But if I'm looking at Appendix B,
yep. 50 feet,
it is 50 feet?
50 feet off the street, yep. 50 feet off the property line. And he's gonna be 20, 25 something. I was just reading the denial letter.
The building, the front of the building is how far from the main street right now? Do you know that?
The front of the building right now is grandfathered at 28 feet right now. Yeah, 28, 29 feet.
So it's supposed to be 50 and you're at 28?
Yeah, and the building is already grandfathered when I purchased it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sit at 28 feet already.
What's the length of the ramp itself?
The length of the ramp is only 4 feet.
It's a 4-foot ramp.
Yep.
Okay.
Property.
Is the ramp here, or is this the ramp here
Would
on
you
the
mind I
side?
go next to you?
This one here?
I can.
Sorry.
Side there.
Is it this the ramp, or is this the
Correct.
ramp?
This is the ramp. This is just another entrance getting to the property itself. Yep. And we have the ramp right in front of the property.
Okay, thank you.
can't even say regular members. But it'll be me, you, and
Yeah.
voting members.
They benched me. Only 3 members actually vote, so they'll be the ones voting.
Yeah, yeah, because we got the properties in March, and we tried to pull a permit, and it's been kicking us around back and forth, back and forth.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to understand your print here. What is in the front of the house right now? Is there a porch?
there's no porch at all.
No porch at all?
Yeah, it's just a
Stairs.
stair, 4-step stair. But when we put the handicap ramps on it, the stairs not exist anymore. So that's why the handicap ramp would just sit on the top of where the stair is.
So are the stairs going away, or are you gonna have
Yeah,
the stairs
they are
and the
going
ramp?
away.
Okay.
Yep,
So the handicap ramp is going to run the length of the building
correct.
and then towards the street.
They just go on the length of the buildings, and it's enough for the landing already. So and then the ramp just go right into the front doors entrance.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand your print. Those steps right there, this is what I'm trying to understand. Those steps right there, these steps right here. This is his ramp. What's this? This dives into that.
Space.
Right? Those are the other stairs. Those are the side
He
stairs.
said there was another door there.
Yeah,
There's-
right
That's
here
what I
on the
was just
side.
asking about,
There's
yeah.
another door here. But this is a ramp that goes to nowhere.
Does it go to this door then?
Well,
So
it's got
that they
to-
have multiple
At some point, it's got,
entrances and exits?
at some point, it's got to come out. Where do you go up the ramp? The ramp that you want to build,
Yes,
where do you go up? From the parking lot, from the blacktop?
from the sides.
What side? Right side as I'm facing it from the street?
Where the other
If
door
we're
is?
facing on the street, it's gonna be on the left side.
On the left side.
Yes. If we stand on the main street facing to the property, it's on the left side.
It's on the left side. So it's over here.
Yeah, so you're saying the ramp comes up here, this goes to here, and this is existing already?
What door do you go in? The front door or the side door?
The front doors, it's on the left also.
How long's the ramp?
The ramp is like 30 feet long, I believe it should be
Okay.
on
The ramp is 30 feet long.
Yeah,
Your building is 60 feet long. So the ramp is half the length of your building.
yeah, that's what they draw in the architectures.
I don't
Yeah.
understand what they drew on this, because what you're saying to me doesn't make sense. Do you understand? Come-
Yeah, I'm
Come
sorry.
here. Yeah, come here.
Yeah, all those stuff, they designed for me.
So here's your front door,
Yep, that's my,
here's your side door.
yeah, that's my side.
You're telling me this is the start of the ramp.
Yeah, they come here,
They come here, they come up.
come up here.
It's a double ramp.
Yeah.
They come up this way
Yep, and they
and then go this way.
Yep, and then come to this door.
Now it makes sense.
Now it makes
Thank you.
complete sense. No, don't be.
It's probably that way because of the incline, it can only be a certain amount
I understand.
to be compliant.
No, don't worry about it, thank you.
understand.
Now
I
it
just-
makes sense.
We're all kind of struggling on where your ramp went. Didn't make any sense. All right, so you got a double ramp that's gonna go 30 feet across the front of your building. Wow. So the landing part of it, right, so I'm gonna come from the left side of your building. I'm gonna go to the right side, almost to your side door. There's gonna be a landing there,
Yep,
correct?
correct.
That landing is your furthest point out, that's gonna be 25.2 feet. The ramp itself is 26.8 feet. So there's a little difference there, but I got it. There's no parking in the front?
There's a parking on the front right now.
There's a parking lot in the front? You
Yes.
can also drive around in the back and park in back?
Correct.
Okay.
It's gonna be tight
And
if they have the
the
ramps.
parking in the front is not our main concern. If there's a city say, we don't want to park in the front, we get rid of it. Because we have plenty of the parking in the back.
Plenty of parking in the back?
Yeah, customer can park it.
There's only 4 spaces in the front. I'm very
Yeah,
familiar with the property. It's 4 spaces?
Correct. And we can turn that to handicap parking space, just we only need one or two, and the rest we can put it all in the bag. Because the bag is all paved and all lined up also.
He's got a pretty, you could put 4 cars there.
Yeah.
It's marked off there already.
Right, there's your sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ramp right now, that's where they designed for me, it's not affects the existing parking lot on the front also.
So you could still have
Yeah.
these spots. Well, I don't want to say no spots.
Right.
You're not going to have these spots
You
anymore.
don't have this in there.
Should probably take those 4 spots, turn 2 of them sideways
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
handicap parking.
Exactly.
That way,
Just know what the restriction is for the, how far can the parking spaces be from the handicap ramp? Do we know that?
We don't. I'm sure it's in our book somewhere. We don't. That's more of a planning board thing, or even the building commissioner. And I'm confident that if this ramp does go there, the parking spots will be addressed. And being that there's plenty of parking in the back, I wouldn't be too concerned about parking. I like your idea, turn a couple sideways and make them handicap spots. That way your handicap people are right
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
That would be a
It's a great
great
idea.
That's what I brought it up earlier.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I don't have any problem with the parking, I only save 1 or 2 for
Yeah.
handicap access only.
But parking isn't our issue. You know, our issue is the 25.2 feet. Any more questions, board members?
No.
I have none.
All right, being a public hearing, we'll open it to the public at this time. Seeing no one. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I have nothing to say, I just want to hear that this appeal is good for us because my wife and me are really struggling with the property that we bought for 6 months and no incomes, and we keep paying tax and mortgage
We
all
understand.
along, yeah.
All right, if somebody'd like to make a motion to close both parts of the hearing, if there's no further questions of the applicant, we can have our discussion.
I'd like to make a motion to close both parts of the hearing.
I'll second.
Is everyone satisfied with questions of the applicant?
I am.
I am all set.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, discussion. My take on it is, it's a wooden ramp, and it's another business that's gonna move into Main Street.
Yep.
And I like businesses moving into Main Street.
Yep.
It's a ramp,
I know.
you know, it can come down just as
And
quick as it
it's,
went
and it's a
up.
good ramp.
It's a good ramp.
handicap
I'm familiar
ramp,
with the
which makes
property.
sense.
I don't see any issues with the ramp. I think it's a benefit to allow handicapped people to access their business. I
Yep.
have no issues with it at all.
All right, somebody like to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve, I'm so sorry, how do you pronounce your name?
Kolika Che.
Kolika Che, for a variance from section 4130 Appendix B on the Tewksbury zoning bylaw for front yard setback and frontage to construct a handicap ramp as shown on the map filed with the board. Said property is located at 1098 Main Street, Assessors Map 61, Lot 26, zoned commercial.
I will second.
Motion has been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You're all set.
Thank you.
Approved.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good
So
luck.
now I have a last question. So what should I do next now?
Nothing.
After
Nothing, they'll notify you, right?
They'll notify you.
Make a
The office-
successful business.
The office that you filed the application for this for will notify you.
So they will notify me, and should I get back to the permit
You know what to
department?
do? Call the office tomorrow. They'll tell you exactly what to do.
Okay, all right, thanks. You have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any old business board members?
No,
Any new business board members?
no.
Anybody like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion's
Second.
been made, seconded, third, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.